Hello, fellow Sudokans, and welcome to Zen and the Art of the Guardian Sudoku puzzle for Sunday, the 28th of November 2021. It's a beautiful afternoon here in Bangkok, 31 degrees and a gorgeously clear blue sky. I haven't seen one of those for ages. You know, we've had a lot of clouds and rain and stuff this year. Plus, we often get pollution, which makes the sky look rather hazy. But today, for some reason, it's incredibly clear and blue. Looks very nice when on my walk to the swimming pool. Okay, it's time for the New York Times hard level puzzle. Not sure what kind of challenge it's going to put up. It was tough for me yesterday, really, really tough yesterday. The first time that I've messed it up actually since starting, and that's been, well, almost the entire 11 months. Let's see if I can do a bit better today. I did finish it, by the way, of course, but it took me 2 attempts. So let's do it on the first time, this time, and bring back my record of not failing. So we see 3's blocking down, and therefore 3 must be in that square there. If you know how to play Sudoku, you will understand why. And if you understand Sudoku, you also see that these 1's blocking down here and across here mean that 1's got to be in that square there. And if you don't understand Sudoku, oh, too bad. Well, just the rules are not that difficult. You just can put 1 to 9 in each row, column, and block. 6 blocking across in these squares. So in this block here, we have just 1 empty cell. 6 has got to go there. One block's up here, so 1 is in one of these 2 squares, which will block across here like that. This one blocks across here, this one blocks up here, so that's a 1 to place there. If you're new to this channel, by the way, I should warn you, I don't play these games ahead of time at all, so sometimes they can take longer than some other games that you see on the internet. And sometimes the solution might not be the most effective or most beautiful, but I will get there. And so you will actually have a solution if you're desperate for one because you haven't been able to solve it yourself. All right, so I'm gonna, the ones I can't do much with at the moment because we've got missing ones in those squares, and then up there we can say as a pair, but that's it for pairs. I'm just going to go through and highlight each digit and see if there are any pairs that look like they're easy to get. Not pairs, actually, single digits first of all, but also examining for possible pairs in case I see a naked pair also. So in this column we do not yet have a 6, but this 6 blocks all 3 of these squares, and this 6 blocks this square, so a 6 must appear there. That's going to mean also 6 blocking down here, 6 across here, so that's a 6 there. Okay, just one quick look again at the numbers up to 6 in case anything has changed since I put in that 6. Right, okay, that's as far as I can do with highlighting. Let's see, let's look around and see what else we can get. So I need to look at where we already have a reasonable amount of digits. There's this block here, but there's nothing much I can do. 4s go there, 7s we don't know, 8s we don't know, 9s, no, could go not there, but there. So not much info there. What about missing numbers here? Let's see what's missing. We're missing 2, 6, 8, and 9. No, I mean I know the 6s are there, and the 8s are in these squares, and the 2s are like that, and the 9s are like that. So that's a bit kind of one of each. So that's not going to give us enough information. Let's see what's missing across here. I'm getting a telephone call. Okay, hold on. Right, sorry, I had to take a quick phone call there. So I've lost my thread now. I apologize. What's missing from down this column? We don't have a 2, a 5, a 7, and an 8. Okay, and this column down here, we're missing 5, which is in these 2 squares, 7, which is in these 3 squares, 8, which is in these 3 squares, and 9, which is in these squares. So we're getting nowhere. Okay, again, I'm going nowhere fast with this, so I'm going to put in pencil marks now. Let's put in pencil mark 1s up here. 1s across here. And that's it. 2s, then can't get pairs on 2s. 3s, 3 blocks across here and up here, so a pair of 3s, even though they're not in the same row or column, is technically a pair. Now I'm going to put 3 in this row here, even though it's not a pair. I do think that's useful and helpful, so I'm going to do that for now. 4. Same thing with 4s. I'm going to put them in that column there, even though it's not a pair. 4s here, of course, because of these 2 blocking along. 5s I know are in those squares there and up here. Five blocking down here, so a pair of 5s in those squares there. That's it. 6s. 6 is a pair there because of this and this blocking along the rows. And aha, 6 blocking across here and 6 blocking across here, so a pair of 6s there. That's good because now you can see we are limited in this block and in this block to the left column and the center column. So what does that mean? In the third block of the chute, which means this block up here, right? Well, we are limited only to the right-hand column because here, down here, we've got left and center only. So up here we must have right-hand column. Luckily for us, we have an intersecting 6 here. So we know that 6 must be in that square there. 7 blocks down here, so 7's a pair in those squares. Don't know anything else. 8 blocks across this middle here, so 8 is a pair in those squares. And 9 blocks across here like this, 9 blocks up here, and 9 blocks up here. So 9 goes there. And that's it. And I didn't find any naked pairs or anything there. So not that great. I think the tricky numbers look to be 2 and 7. We've got 1 7, we've got 2 2s, but they are not in great supply, are they? So where the 2s and 7s intersect, maybe we should try looking here first of all for extra candidates and more candidates. So the 2 blocks up here, so 2 is available in those squares there. 3, 4, 5, 6 is done. 7 blocks across here, so 7 is in those squares. 8 blocks across the middle row, but nowhere else. So the 8 goes like that, and the 9 blocks across this bottom row, and nowhere else. So the 9 goes in those squares there. That wasn't that helpful. Let's go. Nothing really. Okay, let's go to the top here. Just 1 blocking across here. That's all we need. So 1 in these squares. 2 blocks across here as well. So 2 in those squares. Aha! Now we have a triple, right? 1, 2, and 5 in these 3 squares. That's great. So we have actually found something useful after all. We now have 1, 2, and 5 in these squares only, so the other 3 numbers appear in here. So whatever is left for this square, this block, must appear here. So the missing numbers are 7, 8, and 9, and would you believe it, there are no intersecting 7s, 8s, or 9s. But anyway, let's put in 7, 8, 9 like that. But at least now we know that that can't be a 9. And so 9 will be here and 1 will be here, and now that's got to be a 1 there, and we can remove these candidate 1s. Okay, and that will place a 1 in this square too. Okay. So it seems we did go in the right place, because now we've only got a single 2 here, and that means this is going to be a 5. And also means that 2 is going to be a pair up here now. And it also means, because we have a 2 blocking, oh no. Sorry, I almost misspoke. It means we can remove candidate 2 there, and it means we can place our 2 here. That's what it means. And then 2 blocks across here, so we have 2s in these squares. Now, fortunately for us, we already have 8s in these squares, so this is 2 and 8. So in this square here, we have to remove the 5 and the 3, And guess what? That will give us a single 5 and a 3 to place here. So this game is turning out to be much easier than I thought it was going to be. 5 now not allowed in this square. 5 now in this square for sure. Okay. First I was thinking maybe this game's going to turn out to be quite tricky, but no, I don't think so now. Do you? Mind you, I've been wrong many times before. I also see now that the 9 blocks down here, 9 blocks across here, so we just have a pair of 9s there. Three blocks across here and 3 blocks across here, so a pair of 3s in those squares. And in fact, 3 blocking up here now, 3 blocking up here now actually gives us a 3 in this square. So now 3 blocking across here, 3 blocking across here means 3 is a pair here. And yes, we know now that this is our 3 because look, 3s are in the middle and right hand column. So down here we can remove the 3s from the middle and right hand column and place our 3 firmly there, knowing that it's in fact where it goes. Right, I see this 4 blocking across here and 4 blocking up here, so that's a 4 to place there. And then 4 must be in this square here, of course, meaning that's not a 4. 4 is here. We had a pair of 9s, so 9 goes here, 6 goes here. This is not a 6 now. Short-lived, that candidate, wasn't it? Didn't last very long. Okay, 6 is now in this square. 6 is now a completed digit as well. Eight blocks up here, and so 8 is a pair in those squares. 5 blocks across here, so 5 is a pair in those squares. Five blocks down here, and across here. 5 is a pair there. By the way, if you think I'm walking all around, yes, I am indeed. I know that. Don't worry about it. 4 blocking down here, 4 blocking down here. A column of 4s there. This says 7 or 9, so this has got to be 7 or 9 also. If this is 7 or 9, so is this. We have a 9 stopping that there, so we now know that that's 7. That's our 9. This is our 8. Sorry, wrong button. 7 goes here. The 8 we have now, so that's a 2. 8 goes in this square. Missing number along here is what? 2. So we have a blocking 2 here, so the 2 goes there, the 3 goes there. 3 is now in this square, and the candidate 3, we say, you are erased. 8 and 9 we have, so this has got to be a 7 now. meaning we must kick out the 7s. Oh, sorry, that is a 7. Sorry, I had the wrong mode selected, as you will have noticed, and I didn't notice, as is often the case. Missing numbers across here are 7 and 8. That's a 7 or 8. That's a 7 or 8, but we can't tell which is which. 7 blocks up here, so 7 is a pair. In fact, in those squares. Let's look down here, shall we? What am I missing? 2 blocking down here, 2 blocking down here, 2 across here. That's a 2 to place now. Then 2 across here and across here like this. Well, we need a 2 for this column, don't we? And we don't now have the availability of anywhere except that square, so we know that goes there. We can see 5 blocks this square, so 5 is there, and 4 is the last number that we need for that column, and we'll get rid of candidate 4 there. Missing number here and here's got to be 8. And this is a 7 or 8, of course. And here, oh, sorry, wrong mode selected, 7 or 8. And across here is 7 or 8 also. One number missing here, it says 8 or 9 up here, so that's got to be 8 or 9. In fact, the 8s could be anywhere down here. And the 9s are, okay, a pair where we have our 4. So in fact, this is an 8 now. And this is a 9 then. And this is a 7. 8 goes here. It gives us a 7 in that square. Get rid of the 7s there. We have an 8 here, so 8 is in that square, 2 is in that square. Now we have an 8 here, so that's a 5. This must be 7. You've got to be 8. And then there's one 8 missing from here. And this is either, I've got to get rid of the 8s here anyway. 4 and 9. We haven't, that can't be right, 4 and 9. I messed it up, 4 and 7. Not 4 and 9. Well, lucky for me, 7 and 9 were both blocking across here. Okay, so I fluked. I made a mistake there, but actually the result is the same. Hope you can see that. It doesn't change the outcome, even though I did make a mistake. 9 goes there, 8 goes there. It's actually the same. I should have just noted it was a 7, not a 9, but it doesn't matter. Right, I'm not going to start again. I don't have time. And that telephone call was to tell me I've got to get working. Even though it's a Sunday, I'm supposed to be working, which I'd forgotten about. So let's get on with it. 5 blocking down here, 5 blocking across here. That's our 5 there. Now one number missing from this column, and it's a 4, meaning this is a 7, this is a 4. And this must be a 7, and the last number to hopefully turn the puzzle green, yes, was a 9. And thank you very much for joining me for the New York Times Hard Level. Not that tricky, really. Certainly nothing like yesterday's game, which for me was a real headache. Okay, I'm off to do some other work now, and thank you for joining me. I will be back later this evening with the Los Angeles Times, I'm sure of it. Thank you, bye-bye.